Hey everybody, I'm Brian.
Hello everybody, this is Joe G.
Hey, I'm Shannon.
Hi, I'm Ron.
Hey, this is Steve.
Oh, and we can't forget about Marcel.
Oh, hey.
Everybody, this is Joe G.
Hey, I'm
That's you,
Shannon.
Steve.
Hi,
Hey,
I'm
good
Ron.
morning, guys.
Hey, this
Hey,
is
welcome
Steve.
to another draft site.
Oh, and we
We
can't
got a
forget
full
about
house
Marcel.
today. We've got Joe G in the house, and we've got Shannon running cameras, and we've got Simon Saucy, and we've also got Brian at the Denver Rio Grande Western Iron Boys.
Steve.
And Brian, thank you for showing up, man. You're sicker than a dog, and you got a horrendous windstorm coming, and you may have to dive out just to keep yourself alive. So welcome too. And I want to mention that we've got other people on this site that we've got Sparky 107. He's behind the scenes in chat, so he's part of this deal. And of course we've got Marcel, and we've also got Ron Piskel. He's part of this, so he throws out ideas. He's a busy guy, so he does what he can, and we're all part of this, man. And we just love this community, and we've got some great ideas for this morning. You guys, anybody else have anything to say to welcome anybody this morning?
Yeah, no, yeah, you bring up a good point there, Steve. Like, there's a few of us on the team, but I think you're forgetting someone. Can anyone think of anyone we're forgetting? Simon, Brian,
What?
Joe?
Brian, Marcel, Archie, Ron Piskel.
Who are we forgetting? Oh, hang on.
Wait a minute, you're right.
Oh, those people. Those are very important people.
Oh, that's right. Yes. We got people in chat.
Yeah.
So we want to go over and say hi to guys in chat now. It's full.
Yeah, we've got a few people in that this morning. Let's see.
I can name them, but why don't you jump in there, Simon, and name them? I a whole bunch of things.
Hang on. Simon, have you dropped the ball?
Sorry.
I'm still getting it.
You're trying to look.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I can't read. My eyes. I'm too tired.
You want me to read them off?
Yeah, you can read them out if you can, Brian.
We have.
All right, and thank you for welcoming me, Steve. I'm dedicated, but it's only 35 feet from my bed. I have to open one door, close another one. So it's not hard to be here with everybody as long as I can keep my eyes open. I've been missing everybody's streams and stuff and videos this week, though. But welcome to Sparky. Of course, he's in there. We got Gary. We got Ken. We got Chuck, Dwight, Rick K. We also have John. We have Roy S. is in the house. We have Marty. Norman Rowe is here. Wilmer's here. We have Dale. Dave BNSF N Scale is in the house. Ken Amos is here. We also have Sean McGee as well. Fred Wild and Possum Bayou. That's Rusty. Hey, Rusty, welcome. And I hope I'm not missing anybody, but I believe I have covered everybody.
We've got Charles, CDP 1965. I think. Did you say him?
Chuck. Yeah, that's Chuck.
Chuck. Yeah. Okay. So we're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Simon, what you think today?
I think we have a new topic today.
And what would that topic be?
Well, continuing on our series of what to do and how to start a railroad today, we're talking about what if you don't have a railroad, like you can't afford one, you don't have space for one, or you're moving a lot like Shannon, and it's just not right, you can't build one. So do you build dioramas to get your modeling out and do something? You can collect railroads, you can collect rolling locomotives and join a club, or do you do full-scale stuff? Do you go volunteer on a railroad right along? Because full-scale railroading is still railroading. What are you guys' thoughts?
Well, and there's also one other thing is ride-on trains. There's also that aspect too. people that actually build, miniatures that you actually ride on. So that's
Was
also
that like 8 scale?
no, that would be well. I think the smallest would probably be 3/4 inch scale, but generally 1.5 scale is the common one. It runs a 7.5 inch gauge. So you got that. That goes all the way up to 15 inch gauge. So there's a lot of different ride-on scales too, and that's model railroad. Just a little bigger. And then if you you can also do full scale. Go to work for a railroad. Even if it's you talking about volunteering, that a lot of people like trains and actually go to work for the railroad. So you give that up, give the model railroading up for that. And I can speak from personal experience. That's what I did. I model railroaded all my life, and then I went to work for the railroad, and model railroading went bye-bye for a long time. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways to go with
Hey,
Joe. What's up, Joe? Welcome, Joe.
and we can't hear Joe.
We can't hear Joe.
Yeah. Also, Stephen, saying that, I'm just looking at chat at the moment. A couple of guys in chat are having trouble hearing you as well. So
Me?
yeah. So I don't know where your microphone is, but yeah, so something's going on this morning.
I'm right next to my phone.
Yeah, it's close.
Must be Colonel Murphy. Can anyone spot Colonel Murphy?
Well, can we not hear Joe, you said?
No.
Can't hear you, Joe. Wow.
All right, we might have to cross back to Joe in a second whilst Joe figures out what's going on with his equipment at the minute.
Yeah, Shannon, just to let the community know, we are addressing and ironing out issues each week. Volume is on the agenda, as a matter of fact. That was, we accomplished a couple things, taking care of a couple things this week, and volume is definitely next up on the agenda, because we do understand with 5 of us getting together that it's difficult to get all the volumes accurate, and we are working on that, so please bear with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially considering I'm tone deaf, or industrially deaf, so to speak. So I can't assist with anything there, unfortunately, So I've just had a complete mind blank, and I better get rid of this bottle because this is a family-friendly show. We don't show that here.
Well, we need to go
Yes,
into
Shannon.
chat and find out what chat thinks about.
Yes.
Not the volume, but about what do you do if you want a model railroad and you don't have the room or you can't. Well, what do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess even if you want to add, and I don't do this, but computer simulators. I guess that's kind of model railroading too. You were talking about that, Shannon, running a simulator on your layout.
Yeah, I was. In saying that, give me 2 seconds. My computers have just done something funny, and now I have lost half the screen. So now it's an audio show. Now it's a podcast.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Colonel Murphy is.
That's okay, Shannon. Just reboot.
Yeah.
Well, some of the experts on what you can do for modeling when you can't run trains are both the Roys. Roy S. travels a lot, and he stays involved in the community and that kind of thing while he's out, and that's how he models. And Roy H. is basically the same way. We were talking this morning about Roy H. and how he is a heck of a model railroader for somebody who can't model railroad a whole lot,
Well, doesn't Roy have a layout in the back of his truck? Or maybe I'm missing something. I thought I understood that Roy actually had a small layout in the back of his truck.
He might.
Yeah.
Okay,
Roy, if you're
we're back.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're back, guys.
yeah.
Good.
All right.
We're still looking for
Shannon, reboot us, Shannon. Tell everybody what the topic is. Let's start that.
Okay. Well, first is Joe. Are you with us yet, or is he still radio silent, so to speak? I'm gonna take that as a radio silent still.
Yeah,
Yeah. So anyway, so with today's topics, we let me just change camera for a second. With today's topic, we are talking about, what do you guys do if if you don't have a layout, if do you collect trains, do you build dioramas, do you, are you part of a model railroad club, do you go there once a week or whatever, or do you drive the live steam, do you actually work at a railroad? I've, myself being a mechanic, I've seen mechanics who put a layout in their toolbox in the spare drawer, like, there's different ideas, different things that people do, and everyone wants to get their fix, so what's your fix? And, how did you go about it? Like, I know personally for myself, apart from Simon, I think I'm the next youngest in the group, aren't I? Pretty much. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Rub it in,
The
Shane.
crown is reserved for me.
Yeah. You're the minor, and I'm kind of in between. So back when I was young, still at school, 12, 13 odd years ago, my thing was, I had railroad simulators on my computer, and on there, I remember going on Google, looking up, all the atlas layouts, all the you know all the layouts, you can just search up on Google Images, find a track plan, and then be like, right, I'm making that track plan on this simulator, and I'm gonna run my trains.
I just noticed in chat, Roy Hardwick was jumping in that he just heard his name and and that his layout in his truck is in the redesign phase. So maybe he can explain more about that. That would be cool. I think everybody would love to know how you put a model railroad in the back of your truck.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking about it. Is it like a transformer where it just folds out and then just transforms into this layout?
His whole truck just becomes a layout inside of the house. That'd be kind of sweet. This train's running around it.
Okay, I think Joe's, yeah.
Layout and then stay in hotels, but that would get expensive.
Well, that would go back to what's his name?
Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart, yeah. I mean, he brings his layout with him. Is that crazy that you would get a hotel room with two so that you can put your layout next to your room? I mean that's the ultimate model railroad junkie out there.
I would assume that hotels don't usually get requests from rock stars to have extra rooms for their model railroad layouts. I would imagine that.
Well, it wasn't for his layouts. It was for his projects, for his skyscrapers, his his buildings, his stations, because they're not small. I think one of his skyscrapers measures, I think at a guess, was like 10 feet high. Imagine building that from scratch.
Yeah.
What scale is he?
HO, Pennsylvania.
Man, that's my own heart.
Yeah. Come on, Simon. If we talk about you at the minute, who the hell uses 50 pounds of Sculptor mold?
Make do with what you have. I'm never gonna be able to live this down, am I?
No, you're not.
Well, I've got 3 bags of concrete. Maybe I could use that. I could make my mountains out of
I won't be able to move
concrete.
my way out. I saw an article in this month's. I saw an article in this month's Model Railroaders. It was like how to build a realistic lightweight railroad. I was like, huh, they must have watched our show.
Oh, yeah, someone's been, having a squeeze. In saying that, I think we might be getting Joe very soon. I can see him in the little corner.
Yeah, I see his volume is muted though. You might need to click on his Google Hangout volume. Now it's on.
Oh, are you there, Joe? Say something. Nah. I'm just looking at his face and he's just doing this little dance. Oh, Jesus.
Well, out of curiosity, how do T-track modules fit into this for people who are traveling and that kind of thing, since we're talking about that?
Well, I'll jump in with that. With T-track modeling, with a couple of mates that I have down here in Australia, I know that basically, they're on a budget. They don't have a lot of space, so they just make these modules, and they keep them in a drawer. And yeah, during exhibitions, they'll get in contact with a couple of other members who do T-track, and they go, right, this is the exhibition, this is the space we got to work with. How many modules do you want to bring with you? They're all the same rules, same size. All the track spacings are at the same intervals. From the front edge to the back edge. And yeah, they're just literally little dioramas, and I know the ones I've seen here in Australia. You can tell the difference between one and the other. You'll have like a farmland, and then all of a sudden it's snow. Just a straight clean line, and it goes from farmland to snow, and it's like whoa. So that kind of trips me out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm going to
it's
say,
really cool how it
I just noticed Roy Cameraman 68, he's putting out, why does everybody's audio suffer when Shannon's video works? So are those more technical issues?
Hang on, what was that?
Well, Roy Hardwick says, why does everyone's audio suffer when Shannon's video works? I'm not sure what that means.
Well, what Roy H. pointed out, Shannon, Roy H. pointed out that when you lost video, that all of our audio was very crisp and clear and all together. But that when you regained video, the audio went back to being out of sync. And so he was just pointing that out, and that's something that we need to look into next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm just doing a speed test now, so you guys keep going with what you're doing. I'm gonna do some background stuff, so I probably won't be talking to the community for the next, say, half hour, whilst you guys.
We were talking about Roy H., and one of the things that happened at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Rail Fest that I went to here at the Gulf Coast Coliseum, or just outside of it, was I met a guy named Josh who does Z-scale T-tracks. And, I immediately Roy H. when I saw those things. I mean, Roy would probably prefer to do N, but he still could. I mean, this guy had a yard in a 1 square foot area, with 4 little Z-scale locos in there. And that made me think of Roy H. So that's why I brought up the T-tracks discussion. Seems like folks who traveled and were really into modeling, like Rod Stewart or somebody like that, would look more into the T-tracks system.
Well, I guess with that size, you're talking about some businessman could put a Z-scale layout in his briefcase and take it with him, and nobody would know.
And for that matter, they had the T-tracks in up to HO, but they had Z, N, and HO, and all of them were extremely impressive. And they looked like there was just a ton of great modeling in a tiny little area. And of course, obviously portable. And the way they had them set up for these shows, Shannon, you were talking about the transition from farm straight to winter. These guys kind of had them lined up where there were transitional seasons in between them. And so it was pretty neat.
Interesting. Is Joe back? I'm not getting Joe yet.
No, still no Joe.
Marcel's in the house, I think. Somebody's saying hello to Cloverdale Rail.
Hey, Marcel. How's it going, buddy?
But, a lot of times I can be on my layout and not be able to run trains, whether it be for financial reasons or track work reasons or whatever. And I could be at a standstill for a couple weeks. And I mean, I find, there's lots of things I can do. And as a matter of fact, I get caught up on a lot of things I need to do for the layout when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about model railroading with just kind of pencil and paper? Has anybody just kind of drawn out ideas for a future layout,
Oh
on
yeah.
paper, dreaming. That's and come up with the perfect, track plan. So when you finally do that, then you've got it made.
Yeah. I'll just jump in there 2 seconds, Steve. I used to speak to a guy a few years ago, and one of the things he used to do, because he loved model railroading, but he never had the money, never had the time, so he was actually designing model railroads for other people, and that's how he got his kick out of it.
Well, that kind of fits in with Joe. He did. That's how you came up with your track plan, Joe, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Let somebody else do it.
Mm. Yeah, and I'll speak for Joe for that. I was like, yeah, no, that's
Well,
exactly what they did. Hang on, we'll
Roy
put Joe's
H.
face up
did
there.
jump back in. I'm sorry.
No, sorry, no, you go.
Roy H. jump back in and say that is what he's thinking about doing is an in-scale key tracks system that he can have portable to carry around.
Mhm.
And I would love to see that being built and grow up and all that stuff too.
Yeah, Roy, start doing some videos on it so we can all see what you're doing.
And Simon will be going to college soon. He might have to do something like that for a little while.
2 years.
2 years. Well, you got 2 years to figure that out, Simon.
That's true.
Next minute, it's just a fold-down bed with no bed.
Next minute, I have like a little tiny cot in the middle of the room. The whole thing, it's just a railroad. Biggest railroad yet in my college dorm room.
In saying that, I'm just gonna have a quick look through chat, guys, whilst you keep talking. I guess another idea as well is mind blank. I've got a few mates who they actually store a couple of modules for their club. They have a few trains that they own, but the club themselves is like, right, you build a couple of modules for a big layout, and when we can, we'll set it up in a school hall and we'll run trains for a day.
Interesting.
Well, and we're kind of forgetting one of the most obvious things you can do is you can support the other model railroad channels by watching their videos and commenting and those kind of things. And it's also, a great thing because that's one of the things that made me really think about Roy H. and what he does when he can't model is he's a huge supporter of all the other channels. And so he's modeling, he's supporting the community. And so when you're not standing over your layout, there are tons of things you can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's shooting videos for Roy Smith, so that Roy can model his layout and get the scenery accurate. So that's modeling because he's helping to model it. Okay. How's my volume?
Out over there, he's scaring me.
I'm hearing in chat that my volume is not good. I'm in the other room and my volume is low, so I'm not sure what's the.
Well, I'm just trying something different for the minute. So that might work for the short term. Because otherwise, the worst case scenario is I'm going to have to reboot the whole episode in about 5 minutes, meaning restarting my computers, everyone hanging around for like 5 minutes whilst I restart the whole video again.
Well, that happens. Shannon, that happens, and we're about to go to intermission shortly anyway.
Well,
so.
Actually, that's what I was just going to mention. We don't have an intermission because we need more videos from you guys. We don't have an intermission, so let's get some stuff sent to the team so that we can show you. We're looking for anybody that wants to send some videos of their layouts. So no, we don't have an intermission today.
You don't even have to send us a video of your layout. If you will send us permission for us to use one of your videos of your layouts, then we can use that for the intermission. We just don't want to do it without your permission.
But like I said last week, you're going to see arm ups every week, and I know you're gonna get real tired of that. What you guys were doing? Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Simon. What do you think about that one, Simon?
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Let's see what the community has and what they've been up to. They're doing some crazy things.
Yes. Yeah, my volume is still bad. I don't know why people can't hear me.
Alright, well, I think what we'll do is, for the people that can hear me, because supposedly my volume's working fine, we'll cut to an intermission. Oh my god, Joe, where the fuck did you come from?
Shannon.
Jesus
Hello,
Christ.
Joe.
That scared the crap out of me. All I hear is Joe going, hello, and I'm just like, whoa, and there's Joe's face.
Welcome,
Joe. Joe, or did it just start working?
I just exited out and came back.
Yep. Alright, well, I might have to do the same thing anyway, so I'm gonna stop the live stream for the minute. That'll be our 2-minute intermission. So if everyone wants to hang around for like 5 minutes whilst I sort this out, so that way we can actually talk properly for the last half hour, we'll go from there. Okay, so if I can get a thumbs up from anyone in chat.
Yeah. No, now that I came back, we're gonna leave. Bye.
All right, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, guys. So I'll do a episode 6 part 2 in about 2 minutes. So we'll be back shortly.
Okay. Wait, Shannon.
Yep. What's wrong, Simon? Why is that, Simon?
They're saying everything.
Oh, you serious? Okay.
Norman says read the damn chat. Okay.
Oh.
Maybe I was screwing it all up.
Maybe we should do a mic test on each one of us and let everybody see if they can hear us.
Thumbs up everywhere.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Okay, it must be something on my end because I just literally unplugged my headphones for whatever reason. So I might have some software glitches happening. I have had software glitches for the last 24 hours, so it might be my system setup at the moment. Oh, Captain Murphy's personally saying hello to me.
So, what I was trying to say like an hour ago when I couldn't say it.
Yeah, let's have Joe take over the show for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do another boring intermission. Before I had my layout, before I built something in my garage or my shed, I turned to YouTube and I started building ideas through people on YouTube and making all those connections. And at the same time, I was buying things that I knew I would want or need, and maybe not even need, just want, that are still in boxes to this day. But going back and just trying to, and I think you guys said something about making my layout, having someone else do it. That also gives you direction before you even build something. With that being said, I still have changed things with that layout design, but it gave me a great direction and helped me out a lot. So that's it.
Okay. So you know what? I guess you're Colonel Murphy, Shannon.
Yeah, I'm not proud of that. I mean,
Colonel Murphy.
Yeah, Colonel Murphy likes to. I don't know. I think he sleeps in the spare room.
Well, I don't think we've not had him show up. Maybe we ought to make him part of the team. Because he's always here.
All right, well, give me 5 minutes. I'll go draw him up.
Just don't put the head on again, the mask. Okay, dead air.
So Shannon, did you want to move into talking about sound?
What do you mean sound as in like?
Didn't you mention you might want to talk about that today a little bit? Installing sound in the locos and stuff?
No, that was for another discussion. But you bring up a good point. So in saying that, like as Steve mentioned a bit earlier, you know, we want you guys, community, to let me just change camera for a second. We want you guys, community, to actually send us emails, send us feedback. You know, whether it be in the comments, via email. We set up a Facebook page earlier this week, so if you want to contact us through there, you can. Just send us topic ideas, you know. Like I've got a couple of guys who have sent us topic ideas that we can discuss, but in saying that, my phone is going crazy. I'm gonna turn this thing off. Jesus Christ.
It sounds like a fire alarm.
You're hot.
Yeah. Yeah. So as I was saying, you know, send us topic ideas. Send us anything you guys want to send us, whether we use it on our live streams. You know, whatever really, and you know, depending on what the subject ideas are and whatnot, some of them, you know, we'll have to you know, discuss and group together because they'll be part of a bigger picture, so to speak. You know, and then there'll be other topics, you know, where we can just focus on that one thing and so on and so forth. So yeah, so at the moment, you know, I think that's one of the big things we're trying to communicate here today, whilst we're dealing with Colonel Murphy and him, you know, putting his finger in my ear and causing every imaginable thing to go wrong today.
More things I was thinking about I could do. Say I was going to travel. I could take my cars and weather them. I could take locomotives, you know, with me maybe, and do some upgrades to the locomotives and those kind of things as well. You know, it seems like to me I wouldn't have any trouble packing a weathering kit if I were going to go overnight somewhere, and that would be a good time to weather some of my stuff because I rarely find time to do that.
Or repairs on equipment too. You could keep a small toolkit, and because I'm always fixing stuff because mine's all secondhand. You know, like a small little workspace where you can tear down a locomotive and clean it and put it back together in another environment.
Yeah, like this isn't directly related, but like I do drone races occasionally, and I'll go travel to like neighboring state, and like when you race, you break stuff, and then like when you come back, you have nothing to do, so you just fix all your stuff. So like you can go out to a model railroad, like last year. So I'm going out to one next weekend. Go out to a model railroad show. You bring things back. Often they sell secondhand stuff. You can come back and fix it. Home, you have a $20 railroad car that you bought for $20. It's now worth $40. Just because you spent an hour fixing it.
Yeah, go back to the railroad show and you can double your money. There you go.
Yeah.
I also think that we have to just back into emailing the team. Also, I would welcome suggestions of how we can make the show better too. Because I know we've got Colonel Murphy in the house again, but what can we do to make it better? Because it's all about that.
Yeah.
Where's Joe? We lost Joe again.
Oh no. How dare you, Colonel Murphy?
Colonel Murphy? Boy, I tell you, he's in the house. You there, Joe? How about you, Shannon? You here?
Sorry, I have to disappear for 2 seconds.
In the mask.
Yeah, I kind of had a bit of a run. Someone.
Too much information, Shannon.
Yeah. Anyway, what did I miss?
Oh, no. Good news is volume is good across the board now.
Okay. I seriously have no idea what just happened because I literally had to just run and do something real quick. It was one of those I can't wait kind of things. I just had to go.
We were talking about Colonel Murphy and you being Colonel Murphy.
Can you hear me now?
There you
Yes,
go.
sir.
Can hear you now. Can hear you now.
Yeah. Well, Colonel Murphy. Colonel Murphy. I swear Colonel Murphy is... Actually, side note, which is totally unrelated to model railroading. I got called a jarhead by my boss yesterday because of this bloody haircut of mine. What do you reckon? Am I a jarhead?
Oh, I think it looks good.
Looks good.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
It looks fine.
You know, not to point fingers, but this is the first time I've ever used these headphones on stream, so.
Point fingers at yourself.
Now, why do you only have one ear on?
It's weird not to be able to hear yourself.
Oh, okay.
It also helps with audio issues.
I don't know if I'm shouting or talking normally.
No, you sound fine.
Yeah. Now I'm with Simon there because if you do get industrial deafness, a pair of headphones will make you go from a 2 on the volume to an 11.
Okay.
So something like going back to what we can do before a layout is I watch Stu Structures. That dude is awesome. He doesn't have any layout or any room. He wants to one day, but he's building buildings now. And so his videos go over the process of him building those, and he doesn't have a lot of subs, which I am surprised at because his attention to detail is absolutely amazing. But that's what he's doing before a layout.
Interesting idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Just trying to think. I did just have something in my head, and now it's just gone whoof, into the wind.
Well, you're a jarhead.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was gonna say I know some other people. They do basically a basic shelf layout as well. That's another, something else people do that I know that don't have the room or really can model. They'll have. I'm talking in meters. So
Yeah.
what 1.5 meters is so something 4 foot long, maybe 10 inches off the wall. It's got 2 tracks on it, and they just literally run a train from one side to the other and back. That's it. So I've seen people do that, and I've seen, quite a few good-looking models where they've detailed it really nicely. It actually looks like a station or whatever they wanted to see, and and a lot of these people, they'll put a train together. And they'll rail fan it. They'll just take heaps of photos and different lightings, different angles and whatnot. That's another thing that people do. Simon?
Yeah, that's a good one because it doesn't take up a lot of space, and you can use materials you already have around, at least for the base.
Exactly. In your case, 50 pounds of sculptor mold. Actually, you probably still have enough sculptor mold. You could probably build a shelf layout from nothing.
Actually, I'm running out. I only have like half a 3/4 of a box left.
And this is the face of, I don't understand how he can go through that much.
I can show you.
Brian?
Yeah, I was writing down everything. I wanted to announce the other live streams if I could, and I wrote them down so I made sure I didn't butcher the names this time. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been busy. So if it would be okay, I will announce the live stream.
Yeah, do that. And actually, surprisingly, we've only got 20 minutes of the show left, so we can discuss. We can discuss a few other things if we need to before the show finishes. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, make sure you support the other community live streams on Monday night. You've got Nate, and I think he's supposed to be starting back right now after the new year, he was saying, and that's Tiegotten, Valley Railroad, and Coal Company. That's at 7 o'clock. And then you got Tom's Trains and Things at 8 o'clock on Monday. Tuesday is On Track Tuesday with Wilmer, Benny, and Redbird Tony. There is another guy that I'm missing, and I'm sorry I didn't have time before I got queued. And I apologize for that. Wednesday is, of course, our Sparky at 7 p.m. And then Thursday, Hot Rod Rodney is streaming at 7 p.m. every Thursday now. And my understanding is he had technological problems going back for a while, but he has ironed those out, and things are flying well. Vinny, our cousin Vinny, is on at 8 on Friday night. We are 10 a.m. Saturday morning. And the Real Wicked Canadian, who was Toyman, and I don't know that old name, I forgot it. He streams after us at some point today, and I don't know the time, and I apologize for that. Shannon?
Yep. Yeah. I also wanted to say, with all those channels that Brian has, announced just then, for you guys to go have a look and subscribe and stream, watch their streams and whatnot. I guess I want to, on behalf of all of us, thank them for, letting everyone know who we are, where we are, what we're trying to do right now with this new live show that we're trying to create at the moment. Like, today's probably not the best example of the show, obviously with all these technical difficulties. But yeah, I want to say thank you to those guys who do the same thing. They do a shout out for us, and they let their communities, their people know who we are and where we are.
Well, I mean, we're here to help the community and to be part of the community. We can spend an hour shouting out people. I mean, you got Wilmer's On Track Tuesday you need to watch every week. Chuck, CDP, is building a new helix right now. My understanding is, I saw a video I love. Well, Benny's Wickenburg project. Y'all got to check out Cousin Benny, BNSF6951's Wickenburg project. It's awesome.
Well, this is a learning curve for us too. We don't do this as a regular deal. This is, we're making this up as we go, and you guys are sticking in with us, and that is awesome.
Well, Steve, have you seen any good videos recently, Simon?
Actually, I haven't, but I've got to do an update because now we're talking, goes back to redesigning stuff, and you look at stuff and go, well, maybe I can do something different. So I'm going to be putting in a double slip switch in my yard. So that should be interesting. So that's my latest project.
Still working on my 50 pounds of sculpture mold.
Yeah,
awesome.
Simon, that will follow you around like a ball and chain. That is your ball and chain.
Yep.
Well,
you're never gonna live that
it'll
down.
be okay because once it looks amazing, and I won't have any criticism, so I'm gonna be like, whoa, because it was worth it.
We lost Joe's audio again. I was about to put him on the spot with a question.
No, I'm here.
Oh, he's back. Yay! I have a question, Joe. I love the way you watch and comment on my videos when you do that. What is your strategy for watching other people's videos? Because you do it differently than anybody else. And I've always wanted to ask you, I love the way you do it. It's like you catch up, and I hear from you for 3 or 4 or 5 comments, and it's great. How do you do that?
So I'm behind like 1,500 videos, which ends up being about a month and a half. So what I do is in my emails where it gets sent to the social area, I go to the last person and I click on them and I type their name into search, and it pops up all their videos for last month. And so then I'll just go through all of their videos, and then I'll go to the next last person, search them, and then watch all their videos.
Dedication.
Wow.
I'm behind, but I tried to catch up that way.
Hey, you're ahead of Yeah, you're ahead of me, Joe. Like I'm probably behind twice the amount of videos at the moment. Hell, I don't think
People
I've
pump 'em
watched.
out.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched anyone's videos for the last 2 months. Right now, I've been that flat out. So
It can happen, Shannon.
Well, I can watch the videos. My problem is actually catching some of the live chats because the time sometimes just don't connect with live as much as I would like to watch them. I have to watch the replays, so it's hard to catch some of the live chats for me.
Well, the problem I have is if I don't watch somebody's video that I should or want to, it bothers me. Like, I know Wild Bill on New Fenris Railroad, I got a video of his I need to watch, and I remember that. You know what I mean? It's like I gotta go watch them. If they watch my stuff and everything, it's like I feel bad if I miss them. And then I'm glad when I'm watching them, but sometimes it is a lot to keep up with because we sub to a lot of channels. I mean, Joe, you've been around a while. I imagine you've got a lot of people's videos you watch.
Yeah, like in my last video, I said I'm sub to 1,000 people. So granted, they don't all make videos, thankfully, but I was behind like 4,000 videos at one time, and I kept caught up. Yeah, I mean, like someone said in the chat, commenting is a full-time job, and it is. But I want people to know that I was there and watching their videos. But just trying to stay. I mean, everybody pumps out so many videos, which is great. Is trying to keep up, and I'm fortunate where I have a few days off from work, so I can sit down and watch them. But I couldn't imagine if someone works a 40-hour job a week and then tries to watch thousands of videos. It's
well, that's why it's good. I think probably for keeping videos relatively short, for people to watch. I mean, somebody can sit down and watch a 5 or 10 minute video, but a 30 or 45 minute video or something that's going to eat into a lot of time. So I think probably short and sweet. But,
I was going for mine. You can see on YouTube on your analytics your audience retention rate. So I'm like, okay, so if I have 3 minutes of main audience retention of 100%, why not make my videos 3 minutes long? We should have 100% audience retention. And it kind of works.
Well, the problem with that is, Simon, that a lot of times when YouTube algo pushes your video out to non-subscribers, they will click away quickly and therefore are reducing your audience retention. Okay, so you might have subs that are watching 6 minutes, but you've got new people that your video was exposed to that only watched for 12 seconds. And so you might, that theory is a little off, maybe just because of that, and I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm still experimenting with good length.
Yeah. Okay, in saying that, we've got about 12 minutes left of the stream, so I know we had a couple of things we wanted to update the community on with what we're doing behind the scenes, and I have drawn a mind blank right now.
Well, while you're thinking, I'm going to throw out one quick thing while you're thinking about that. I want to throw out this to the community who might be interested in. I want to try to put together a meet and greet this summer at Train Mountain. Chuck at CDP 1965 and I have been talking, and he wants to do it. I want to do it. It's a long ways for a lot of people, but I don't know who would be interested in being involved in that. But that's something I'm going to throw out. I'm working on that together with Train Mountain. And speaking of Train Mountain, I've also got the rail hooked up for our keychains that we're going to be making and putting out to the community for the channel. So that's coming. And I think that was it. You got more, Shannon, if you thought about what else
Oh, that's right. Just to update the community as well is last week we mentioned about doing some giveaways and whatnot. And I did say we were in the process of organizing something, which we are now one step closer, which is we've got a giveaway item that's in the post at the moment. That is on its way to Steve at the moment. We are still
in my possession in a few days.
Yeah, in a few days. In saying that, we're still trying to figure out how we're going to work the giveaway. You know, we're still throwing ideas around like, you know, do we do this? Do we do that? Do we do a raffle? You know, all that kind of ideas. But in saying that, you know, like, I want to put the question out to you guys, like, you know, for this first giveaway that we're organizing, how do you, you know, is any ideas you guys want to throw to us in how you want this giveaway to work? You know, do you just, you know, do we do a gimmick where, you know, where did I put my tweezers? You know, can you find it in the backdrop behind me? Or, you know, do you send us an email and we, you know, and we do it with a raffle with a random number generator? You know, like there's heaps of different ways we can do it. You know, do we do it till we hit, you know, 2,000 subscribers or something like that? So, you know, if you guys want to, you know, throw some ideas our way, you know, I reckon.
I like the way you did it, Joe. Put the names in a hat, man. Reach in, pull it out.
Yeah, sorry you guys didn't win.
Yeah.
It was rigged.
It was
Yeah, now, I myself would like a little more stringent requirements. I want them to produce a little video or something for us, telling us, you know, what they want a topic of the show to be coming up or something like that. Let's get some entries with some. They can earn it because it's a great prize.
Yeah, I might keep it.
No,
Don't you dare.
Yeah, you can't do that, Steve.
I can't. Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay. I won't
Yeah.
keep it.
Actually, in saying that, and now the thought just left me. Trains come and going today. Trains are coming and going.
you know something else. Joe was talking about the importance of commenting, and you know that's one of the things I'm awful about. I just wanted to mention that I do watch a lot of videos that I don't comment on, Joe, and I need to do that because I enjoy that you do that on each of mine, and so I need to probably return the favors to those other people. One of the things that I try to do too is keep up with you know, whatever's current with people that I'm not subscribed to as well, and you know, one of the things I know why I wanted to mention is Sparky's new shed videos. Y'all got to check those out too. And that's why I led into that. I feel bad I didn't mention Sparky because he's got new shed videos out. I talked about Vinny's Wickenburg and I talked about Wilmer's on track. I mean, Wilmer's not bad. But that's it.
Actually, in saying that, what is wrong with me? I start saying something and then it just leaves my mind and I forget.
Well, it's either one of two things. It's either that it's, what, 2 a.m. there?
It's getting close to 3 a.m. and I've been up since 9 this morning. So I'm pushing 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm nearly pushing 18 hours right now.
Could it be there's something in your Coca-Cola?
Don't you? This is a family show.
I just threw that out. I mean, you know.
Well, you know what he said earlier. I don't know if I want to say it.
Something like going back to what Brian was saying, that you don't comment, but that's not uncommon because I only get like 30 to 40 people commenting, and then there's 200 people watched.
Yeah.
I just remembered.
Maybe just even throw a thumbs up, you know, even if you don't have to comment on the video, just get a thumbs up and, you know, at least somebody will know that somebody watched it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I want to add with what the other guys have been saying about commenting. Share, subscribe, like our videos, tell your friends, you know, let's get more people in this community so we can just have a nice big old chat. You know, like at the moment, I know we've got about 35 people in the chat, I think, at the moment. Let's get more. You know, the more people, the better. It's, you know, let's make this show great kind of deal.
Yeah. Hey, if nothing else, you can come out and hang out for an hour and have a good laugh.
Yeah.
Well, I know,
Watch
I
work.
know I do, and I think everybody enjoys getting together on Saturday mornings. You know, it's something that we've all liked to do for a while, and I enjoy it. It's part of my Saturday morning is to get together with you guys, you know.
Well, that's why we rebooted Saturday mornings, because it was empty. I personally was like, all of a sudden, man, we need some place to hang out.
Mm.
And this
Yeah.
is,
Yeah, I agree.
We're all like, we were out of a job.
we were out of a job.
We were suddenly out of a job.
You're making it sound like we were getting paid.
We are. By the
You know-
community.
You know,
compliments
Sparky-
With
Sparky-
love and care and kisses all around.
Sparky's got a good point in chat, guys. He said, does anybody have a contest idea? So, you know, you guys in the community, throw it out. Give us, you know, how would you like the contest to work?
Yeah. And I also like to add, you know, like on our screens, you know, up here, scrolling across and down here, you know, our email is right there. Send us an email. Find us on Facebook. I've got to update the video description, put our Facebook link in there. And yeah, and we'll give you more updates, I guess, next week with, you know, a couple of the other things we have in the works, if we can.
Yeah. We've got 4 minutes left.
Please don't forget to send us an email. Shoot us an email if you're okay with us using any of your videos for shout outs or during intermissions. It might save us a little planning time ahead of time if we know that you would be okay with us doing that.
Well, and with the video running up along the top, your channel's going to be shown. So if you want to promote your channel, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, great.
And also, if you haven't been promoting any of your videos or your channel this morning in our chat, please feel free to do so at this time.
Yeah, and we'll put out the sub count. See who's got what.
Yeah.
I suck at that. I can never. Okay, I'm about to crash. I am about to crash. Like, just come here. Look at my eyes. This is dedication. 18 hours for you guys.
That's
We deserve a subscribe for that.
Yeah,
Okay,
see these bags? We need a subscriber to fix these bags under my eyes.
Shane's Train said he likes the way Vinny did his contest, and then Claude at Cowboy Valley says he likes that the video idea. Chuck just let us know he's got 131 subs, so he's growing and growing quick. Check out Chuck's new Helix video, everybody. Norman says good night to Shannon. Gary's at 139 at Barn Full of Trains. He's got an awesome channel, y'all. He's got like 5 scales. Dunk is at 85 now. Got a shout out from Benny last night. We got Marty at 136. That's M&M Shortline Railroad. Dwight Curley at 135. Wilmer is up to 560 and booming. Simon Saucy 357. Fred Wild 72. Got Grandpa Rails. That's JD 445. And Dale is at 100. Congratulations, Dale. PRR Bass Guy Bass, excuse me, hit 100. That's a milestone. You need to make a video, Dale. Shane's Trains is at 70. Bill is up to 262 with a big shout out from Cousin Vinny last night. Ken Amos is at 64. And still waiting on anybody else. Come on, y'all. Let me know how many you got. Heavy J, how many you got?
Oh.
How many you
Marky,
got?
how many you got?
Oh, just before we do go, actually, I'll be right back. You guys chat along for 2 minutes. I've got to go grab something.
All right. Brian, how many do you have now?
I'm at 370, and a lot of that has to do with you guys and the shout outs we've been getting for Back on Track from the other live streams and stuff. I've noticed an increase, and I appreciate the support. Joe, how about you?
I think I'm at 1190 something. Oh, I did my 1000 contest a little bit late, but
It was rigged. I was supposed to win. Rigged.
yeah, you were supposed to win. I put too many names in the hat, so.
I know. Yeah. Well, we
Should've
got
been
Possible
one.
Bodies got 76. New
Okay.
Families got 188.
I'm just gonna throw this out there.
Hmm?
I've got this locomotive at the moment as a spare. I don't model it. I don't use it. So to use the scribes out there that does N scale, I might do a short giveaway where I'll give this away to one of you guys in say the next month. Okay? But what I want you guys to do in chat and in the community, let's see if we can get this up to say, I don't know, what can we do? What can we make achievable for the guys to do in a month, guys?
55?
55 what?
500 views.
55 people in chat, like Sparky did his 100 chat thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if we get 55 people in chat, Shannon will do the giveaway.
Yep, done.
We didn't even do it, Sparky.
Yeah, let's do that. If we can get 55 people in our chat within the next month, we'll get all you guys to, as you come in the chat, just, put a number in there or something. We'll try and figure out something the week before we do it, and then we'll just choose someone at random and go from there. But it's an N scale Kato RSC-2, and it is DCC fitted. So let's see if we can get 55 people in chat.
What system is it? What DCC system?
To the DCC Dakota. I'll tell you in about 2 seconds when I open it up. And it's unpainted. It is undecorated. So
Yeah, I'm sad there's nothing HO.
Yeah, Sparky wants something HO.
Yeah.
I need to win something. I've never won anything.
well, I don't model HO. I'm sorry. I play with the little toys.
Hey, bigger's always better.
They're not toys, they're models.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
start that argument. Don't start that argument.
Every Monday I go. There's a guy who has a giant railroad, and we go do an operating session with a bunch of other people. And he's always honest. Like, it's not a model. It's not a
It's not a toy.
train set. It's a model railroad. It's like you don't have train sets. You're not kids. You have model railroads.
Well, to somebody, they're always going to be toys.
Yep.
Well, people ask me what I enjoy doing, and I'll say that know nothing about the hobby, and I'll say I like to work with models, and I'm not talking about the pretty ladies, and I like to shoot videos, and I'm not talking about anything dirt.
Yeah. Well,
That works.
my inch-and-a-half scale stuff to a few people are toys. So it just depends on what you call a toy. Motorcycle's a toy.
Well, true, exactly.
Okay, to answer your question, I think this is... Sorry to interrupt. To answer everyone's question, if they want to know, I am 80% confident it's the Digitrax Dakota. That's all I wanted to say.
I want to thank everybody for coming today. Y'all have a great weekend.
Okay. You take it off, Brandon? Shine?
All right. Okay, I guess we'll call it a night. we'll say goodbye to everyone. Thanks for coming to the show. We'll see all you guys next week, and hopefully we can try and lock Colonel Murphy up somewhere where he won't bother us for that 1 hour next week.
I think that's a good idea.
Yep. You have anything to say, Joe?
Maybe. Well, I think I bring Colonel Murphy with me, so maybe I'll step out.
No, don't do that.
No, you just bring a knife with you, and whenever he comes, just.
All right, guys.
Murder Colonel Murphy. He can't hurt us.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for being on the.
Thank you.
So yeah, we'd like to thank Brian, Simon, Steve, Joe. For coming today. It is a bit hard to try and coordinate this sometimes, but we make it work.
Yeah.
Well, I want to.
Yeah,
thank
and Norman and Sparky. Yeah, thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, and we do have Sparky working hard behind the scenes in chat, but you can see that we got you running cameras, Shannon. So dedication, man. And you, Brian, you're sick. So.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. I gotta be a dad in a couple hours, so I'm going to take a nap.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. We had a great show, great time.
All right.
We're learning every time.
All right. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next week.